Good morning, everybody. We are going to do a service day today. Alright, I've got oil filter. I'm going to drain all 3 holes of this bike. I'm going to change all the fluids. We are going to clean the air filter. We are going to wax this thing, ceramic coat this thing. We are going to do a complete once over this entire machine. We're going to retorque some bolts. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. We're getting it ready for the 2024 riding season. We kick our season off in February. February 8th, I believe, we're leaving to go to Florida. And we go down there, we ride for a week and a half, and we put a lot of miles on and just cruise around down there. And that kind of kicks off our next year's riding season. Every year we do this trip. So I'm getting all the bikes ready to go right now. I've got this one on the lift right now. This is the wife's bike. I'm going to get this all serviced, cleaned up, ceramic coated, waxed, polished, shined up, bolts torqued, you name it, it's going to get happened here. And then we're going to pull this one off the lift and put my bike on the lift and do the exact same thing. You know, there's one thing I want to say. Seeing as how this is New Year's Eve, I kind of was thinking I was going to do some changes for next year with the whole YouTube channel and everything. And I think what I'm going to do is some of my motorcycle videos I think I'm going to put on my second channel, which is Farming Biker, the number 2 and the word up. So Farming Biker 2 up. I think I'm going to put a lot of more motorcycle videos on that channel and more farming videos on just normal Farming Biker. But I'm still going to have motorcycle videos on Farming Biker. And who knows, I might throw some farming videos on Farming Biker 2 up. I don't know yet. That's kind of what I was thinking. I also have decided that for this year, I think what I'm going to do, because a lot of times if I'm doing a clip and I mess up the words or whatever, I kind of delete that off the camera and then I redo the clip. And it kind of helps with the editing process when I'm home. It kind of shortens that up. And I think what I'm going to do, and I was talking to the wife about it this morning, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep those clips. They won't be in that video, but I'll keep those clips, and then at the end of the year, I'm just going to mash them all together and kind of do a bloopers reel, I think, and kind of see how that would go. But anyway, back to the Farming Biker 2 Up channel. Those are a lot more videos of me being me. So there are cussing, there are swearing, there might be references to things in there. You kind of might see me go off the deep end a couple times, ranting and raving about stuff. Who knows? But that channel, I know my grandson doesn't watch. So that one is more of a me being me type of channel. And this one is more for my grandson. So that's what we're going to do. And by the way, I'm changing O-rings on drain plugs right now. I buy these O-rings by the 50 pack off of online. I don't even remember what website I get them from, but that's like $3 for 50 of them. So yes, I do change all the O-rings on every drain plug when I pull them out. Even if they don't need to be changed, for the price of those things, I change them. And by the way, we went yesterday to buy spark plugs and oil filters and stuff at the Harley dealer. Holy crap! The price of spark plugs have gone through the roof. I was actually kind of blown away. It was bad enough that I got two oil filters and 8 spark plugs, and the bill was $102. I looked at the guy and went, whoa, wait a minute, what? And he says, yeah, the price of the spark plugs are $8 a piece now. And the filters went up to $16 a piece. I'm like, holy crap. So, needless to say, I just ended up buying the oil filters. And I came home and I got looking around online. And I found some NGK plugs online for $4 a piece. So, those are the plugs. I went ahead and ordered them. Those are the plugs that we're going to put in these bikes. I'm not going to be putting stock Harley plugs back in it. And I don't know how true this is, but as I was doing an internet search on it, they said that the NGK plugs are the Harley plugs. They just don't put NGK on them. They put the Harley Davidson brand and their number. So I don't know how true that is or not, but if that's the case, I'm going to be putting basically the exact plugs back in for half the cost. You know, while in fact, the last oil change we did on the bikes, I noticed the oil filter wrench was like very loose on there, and it would slip a couple times when I was trying to take the oil filter off. And I told the wife, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to buy a new one. This one's slipping a little bit. Apparently, that filter wrench has been worn out for a while, because I just slid the new one on there and that filter came off beautifully and it went on beautifully, and I've been fighting and struggling for I don't know how long with the old filter wrench, and I just tossed the old one in the garbage because, I mean, who'd have think you'd wear out an oil filter wrench? I've never even heard of that before, but apparently it can be done. Alright, I have oil back in the primary. I'm not going to do the whole, what kind of oil do you use in your primary? Because, you know, some people are going to get on here and complain. That's not the oil you're supposed to use. That's not the oil I use. That's not the good oil. You got to use this oil or that oil. I don't care. I don't care if you run vegetable oil in your bike. And the reason I don't care is because it's your bike. It's your money, your motorcycle. You do whatever you want to it. This is my bike, my money, and if I wanted to run vegetable oil in it, I'd run vegetable oil in it. You get what I'm saying. Right now what I'm doing is I'm adding anti-seize to the derby cover bolts, just because of the fact that bolts that I take on and off a lot, I put anti-seize on them. And I do it on the farm, I do it on my bikes, I do it on my trucks, my cars, everything. This bolt, the derby covers come off and on quite a bit because we're changing the oil in the bikes. So I add anti-seize to the bolts every time. It's not like I add so much that it turned into the Tin Man. I just put in just a dab because I've done it so much that I can physically see the anti-seize in those holes still as it is. So just a dab, just to prevent it from sticking, and I do not use the 1/4 inch impact. I've seen 100 guys ram them on. I don't do that. I do it with a ratchet, hand tight, and I don't even ream it on there. I just kind of snug it. It's got a rubber O-ring gasket on there. They don't have to be that tight. So I just snug them on there. I called this a derby cover in the last clip, didn't I? This is the primary cover. My bad. My mistake. See? That's all I do. Just a little snugging. That's all that needs to be done. Because there's a big rubber O-ring in there that holds it, keeps it from leaking to begin with. And then I do have a little bit of anti-seize here, like on the cover. That'll wipe off when I actually clean the bike. I'm going to try a new wax. This is the Butter Wet Wax by Chemical Guys. It's supposed to leave that deep wet shine wax, but we'll see. Have to shake it up really well. Anytime I have liquid wax, liquid anything, I always drop a couple nuts in the bottle itself to help stir everything up. So it just seems to help mix things up a little better. You can say I nut my wax. I know, it's a bad joke. Holy crap. I wonder if they're looking to be a sponsor for a YouTube channel. I actually like this stuff. This stuff is nice. Let me show you. Puts a heck of a shine on. I'll give it that. This is the Butter Wet Wax Deep Wet Shine by Chemical Guys. I'm impressed. I can't wait to see it on the darker color there. I might actually do my fairing right now just because I want to see it. Alright, I just did the top of my fairing because it's a darker color. I like it. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this video here. The grandson is here right now. I want to spend some time with him. This is waxed. Oils are changed. Actually, all the fluids are changed in this thing. There's a couple little things we want to do to it, and then this could come off the lift, and my bike can go on the lift, and we can get that one serviced. But for the most part, this bike is ready to go, other than just a few minor things that I want to do to it. This heater is freaking awesome. Look at this. It's 80 degrees inside my garage, and it's like 20 degrees outside, or 30 degrees outside, something like that. So that little heater is worth every penny I spent on it. But at any rate, I want to wish you guys a Happy New Year. This is actually the first video of the new year. So, got that going for us. We'll start out, this will be number 1, right out of the gate. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.